So this is video 2 for this slide to talk about deferred compensation. And so deferred compensation is an option that I have as a state employee, and lots of businesses also offer this, or you can get a deferred compensation plan going through, like, I think Horace Mann or TD Ameritrade or something like that. But deferred compensation is basically a situation where you put money away just like I do for retirement, but you can select how much you want to put away. And there's lots of options here. This actually goes all the way from as little as $30 per month up to $2,000 per month. And I don't have $2,000 a month to be putting away to that. I have a lot of bills and loans and things like that I've got to pay. So I started playing with this earlier today. And if I was to put $100 a month away and I got 8% return on my investment, I would have $95,000 in 25 years. And so if you do some quick math, that's $1,200 a year times 25 years. And I'm going to fill that up. That's $1,200 a year. You would put in $30,000 to receive $95,000 back in 25 years. And so it seems like, maybe Schlegel might be able to put another $100 away into this deferred compensation account. I'm actually thinking myself about putting $200 in there every month until my retirement, which is about 25 years from now. And if I was to do that and I got a good return, like 8%, I would have $191,473 in that account. Now, I've already done the math because I am actually seriously thinking about doing this. And it would cost me a total of $60,000 to do that. So $200 would go in every month. That would be $60,000 that has gone in by the time this happens. And so I would make $121,000 on this account for doing nothing. I think I've actually just talked myself into it. I'm going to go sign up tomorrow, I believe. And so this is an amount of money that will be mine that I can do whatever I want with. And so when I retire in around 25 years, if I leave it in there longer than this, obviously it would grow longer. In 30 years, it would be worth $300,000. And it's impressive to notice that in this 5-year period of time, the amount of money increases by about $110,000, which is crazy. In this period of time, this same period of time, 5 years, it increases about $75,000, about $75,000. So $75,000 in this time period, all the way to $110,000 in this time period. The longer the money is invested, the faster it grows. And look how little the growth is down here. The growth down here is only about $22,000, and for 5 years. And in the same time period, 5 years here, $110,000. So because it is old, it is growing fast, and that is a big, big deal. So super important to learn and pay attention to the fact that this would be something that you want to start early in your life if possible, even if it's not a huge amount of money. Like, you can even start with as little as $30. And at $30 a month in 30 years, that amounts to $45,000. And so let's do the quick math on that, everyone. We would have $30 times 30 years times 12 months in a year. You would put in $10,800 to get $45,000 back. And so these things are all very, very good. And so going back to what I'm planning on doing in 25 years, I am going to consider that when I retire, I can expect to have $191,473 sitting there for me to do with whatever I choose. Now, if I was to take all of those numbers and add them up to be my total final compensation, everyone, I'll fix the formatting on this later, I would end up, as we've already discussed, with a total in my own personal retirement account of $2,147,701.90, plus we will leave Social Security out because that's only if I'm alive, and we will leave my pension out. That's only if I'm alive. So if I die the day after I retire, my children would receive my wife would receive my money from my personal contribution account, plus the deferred compensation that I'm going to start investing into tomorrow. And that would add up to be whatever that's going to be. Let's swing it in Wolfram and see. $2.33 million. So that's not too shabby. $2,339,174. I messed this up. 1,391,74 and 90 cents. 90 cents is important. So on my current track, everyone, what my family can expect to receive if I was to die the day after I retire, it would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.3 million bucks. And now that is considering that I started putting into my retirement account when I was 27 years old. What would the impact have been if I had started when I was 22? What if I had waited until I was 40? Time is a big deal. And so we're going to investigate both of those questions really quickly using the retirement calculator. And so we're back on the retirement calculator, everyone. And let's see what would have happened if I had started this when I was 22 instead of 27. So that would put my age at 22, my age of retirement 65. Let's stick with saying that I made $100,000, 15% getting put away. Current retirement savings would be zero because I had nothing starting out. And let's say that we wanted 100% of our retirement, our income in our retirement. Let's say that is Social Security. What you'll notice is that the graph never goes down. That 5 years from 22 to 27 would have had such a tremendous impact that I could have taken $100,000 out of this account every year until I turn 95 and then leave my children $6 million. Let's bump this up to 150%, everyone. Even if I was pulling $150,000 out of this account every year, my children at age 95, if I lived that long, would still receive $1.8 million. The difference between me starting at 27 and me starting at 22 is incredibly huge. Let's bump it up to 200,000 and see what happens. Oop, it's saying that I can't go that high. It's not allowing me to. Let's say, let's try 170 and see if it'll accept that. Nope. 160. So I can, this won't even calculate any more than $160,000. So coming out of this account every month, that would still leave my children with nearly $1 million at age 95 if I finally passed away then. So I've talked the talk a little bit here, folks, about starting when you're early or when you're young, if possible. Let's say that I waited until I was 40 to start this. The impact is tremendous in the negative direction, in the bad. And so I obviously wouldn't be able to take 160% out. Would I even be able to take 100? The answer is no. Would I be able to take 75,000 a year and still make it to 95? The answer is no. Would I be able to take 50,000 per year and still make it to 95? Yes. How about 60,000? Yes. 65,000? Nope. 62,000. That's getting closer. 63,000. 63,000 coming out of that account each year is what I would be able to pull out, including Social Security, if I had started at age 40. So the difference between starting at age 40 and starting at age 22 is literally $100,000 a year of income in retirement. I hope that sinks in, everyone. I hope that this was a good use of your time to watch this video, and I hope that you enjoy the remainder of Chapter 6. To me, this is some pretty cool stuff. That being said, I am going to move on to the remaining slides and talk through what else I have prepared for you. But again, please play with this website. This is an amazing tool. It's something that I think I wish I had known more about when I was a younger person.